We're making a fresh spinach blueberry salad packed with creamy avocado, tangy feta cheese, and crunchy pecans with a creamy honey lemon dressing. It's full of healthy fats, fiber, and smart carbs to keep you satisfied and energized. Hello, my name is Nicole Bonilla, and if you love healthier recipes to our favorite foods, then you are in the right place. Now you're welcome to jot down these ingredients as we go along, or you can click on the link that's in the video description below, and that will take you to the full recipe with all the details, including nutrition facts, ingredients and substitutions, and frequently asked questions. Now to make this really easy salad dressing, all you need is a mixing bowl. Then I'm going to add 1/4 cup of extra virgin olive oil, but you can also use light olive oil or even avocado oil if you prefer. And to make it nice and creamy, as well as have a nice protein boost, I'm adding 1/4 cup of plain Greek yogurt. And then to bring in the lemon, I'm adding 2 tablespoons of freshly juiced lemon juice, as well as 1 tablespoon of the lemon zest from the lemon before I juiced it. And then to bring in some sweetness, we're going to add 2 tablespoons of honey. You can also use maple syrup if you prefer, or agave nectar. Next, we'll add 1 tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. Now for the garlic, you could either add freshly minced or garlic powder. I really like using the garlic powder for the convenience of it. So I'm going to add 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder, and 1/4 teaspoon salt, and a dash of black pepper. Now we'll simply take a whisk and mix it all together. Now is an excellent time for a little pinky test. That is so delicious with a perfect balance of sweet and tangy. Now that we have our salad dressing, we can assemble our salad. So I'm going to start with some spinach, but of course you could use any green that you like, including spring mix or even some kale or some arugula. And then I'm going to sprinkle in some blueberries as well as a few blackberries. And for some creaminess and healthy fats, I'm going to add some avocado. So I'm just going to very carefully cut some little cubes of avocado. And I'll just scoop these out with the spoon. And then to add a little crunchy texture, I love using pecans, and you can decide if you want to use plain pecans or if you want to use candied or even honey roasted. So I'll just sprinkle a few of these right on my salad. And as far as I'm concerned, everything tastes better with cheese, and I love feta cheese. It's naturally creamy as well as a little bit salty. So I'll go ahead and just sprinkle on some feta cheese, and then we'll bring in the flavor with our creamy honey lemon vinaigrette. And I'll just drizzle some of that right on top. And I'll just get a bite, make sure I have all the different pieces on it. That is delicious. That is just a burst of sweet and tangy flavor that is so good. You get the sweetness coming in from the blueberries and the blackberries, and just the touch of honey that's in the dressing. And then you get the crunch coming in from the pecans, and then you get that yummy creaminess coming in from the feta cheese and the avocado. That is seriously so good, and I love that it's made with clean, natural ingredients. Well, thank you so much for hanging out with me today to make this delicious salad. I've included the link to the full recipe, and it's in the video description below, and that will take you to my website, gentletummy.com. And I also invite you to like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And I cannot wait to have you join me again in my kitchen.